Hello and welcome to Third Act Film. Today we'll be discussing possible ideas for spin-off or anthology Star Wars films. With me is Todd James.
Hello.
And I'm James Forbes.
Hello, James.
So Todd, would you like to kick us off?
I would love to kick us off. Okay, so my first idea is a General Grievous spin-off film.
General who?
General Grievous from Episode 3.
Oh,
Everyone's
yeah,
favourite of the prequels, perhaps.
Well, it's comparing, a poo that landed on my foot to a poo that landed on my hand. With the prequels, that's what I'm saying. They're all bad.
So
let me spell this out.
So
They're
Attack of the
terrible.
Clones is a poo on your head.
Yeah.
Phantom Menace is a poo on your hand.
Yeah.
Attack of the Clones, right.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Sith is on your foot. I get that, but there are some cool characters in the prequels. I think even the most prequel-hating
Job.
okay, don't even. Right, but that, like, Mace Windu, Count Dooku, all the bad guys, basically.
Mace Windu.
And one of the coolest ones who just had no room to breathe was General Grievous.
Yeah.
He is... So first of all, there's the story of how he came from some alien who the rest of his species we've never seen. I mean, oh, by the way, I should say, I'm not that knowledgeable on expanded universe stuff, or legacy stuff, I suppose you call it now.
Yeah.
So I probably will make mistakes when I'm talking, but in the main films, you don't see any other of his species. So there could be a whole story about how he's the last surviving one. How did he become the general? And he's killed 4 Jedi.
Yeah.
Think about that. That's
bare Jedi.
Who can claim that? It's bare Jedi. You're right. Wouldn't it be cool to see those four
yeah.
deaths?
I suppose, yeah, seeing how did he come about, a kind of origin story.
And
for
he's
General
huge
Grievous.
and intimidating. Don't make it like Maleficent. Don't have him be the good guy the whole time.
You would have to. You would have to make him the
Why?
good guy.
Well, no, just show it from his perspective.
Okay, these are still kids' films.
How dare you! I can feel the keyboards breaking as you say that.
These are still films made for children.
Films that can be sold to children, I think is what you mean.
Okay. And he would need to be the hero in it. Perhaps
Okay, so you don't have
rock.
him punching heads clean off.
Yeah.
As much as I would just love that. Him just crushing a skull with his foot.
Yeah.
Love it. Stick it
Well,
in
he
the trailer.
can crush a robot skull.
Oh yeah.
You
And
can do
aliens.
that.
As long as it's not a human.
You're fine.
Or a Jedi, I guess. Yeah, and he's like this huge, intimidating, really cool looking thing. And it's Revenge of the Sith is 10 years old now. How much better and cooler would he look now?
Yeah.
With his little wheelie leg transport thing.
Yeah.
Awesome. And remember that bit when he like turns into a spider and runs off? What
What's
other
that
cool
about?
stuff, right? What other cool stuff can he do? Anyway, he was like a really underexplored character that I think, and he could just show a completely different perspective about, I was about to say a man, about a being trying to make their way up in.
Don't get me wrong, he's got a cool head.
Great. So glad you're on my side for this one.
Like, he's got proper head game. Like, well,
Right.
not that game, but
He's. Wow, that took a turn. Well, you
Yeah.
never know. If they're making this for adults, who knows? Yeah,
General Grievous.
that
No,
just doesn't make any
makes
sense.
no sense. No.
Okay.
Moving on.
Right.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Okay.
Said it. All right.
Right.
Drop the mic. Walk out. Done.
Yeah.
Game over. Thank you very much. Thanks for playing.
Moving on. My next. No. Just kidding. All right. Explain. Give me your sort of little outline of where the story you're saying.
So, he's already dead.
Ooh.
I'm joking.
Oh, okay. I thought
And
you
he's
were
a
gonna
ghost.
do like a whole
And like,
Wouldn't that
he
be cool? Like a
stalks
film
Luke
exploring
Skywalker.
the world of the Force ghosts, where they all live,
Yeah.
where they hang
What
out.
they do. I don't think I need to know that because
You're right.
it's probably
An
really
element
boring.
of mystery would be nice. Midichlorians.
Yeah. Oh well.
Okay, so really, what do you have in mind?
That's probably what everyone has in mind. What did he do between episode 3 and episode 4? What was he playing at? All right.
Bring Ewan McGregor back.
Get Ewan McGregor to do it. Have him have a thicker beard. Just be like, just muck around in the desert, mate. Like, we'll watch
In
that.
fact, just film him. Make it like found footage, and it's him filming himself
Now,
for 19 years.
I wouldn't mind if it was either A, like someone was not necessarily doing a documentary, but kind of like it's not you're not following Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's not doing a narration of it.
Right.
That it's
Yeah.
other people's perspective of it, or better
That.
yet,
Right.
if it was
Right.
like a Mad Max kind of thing, where with the Mad
Yeah.
Max series, he's never the main character. He just it's the story of his life told from different perspectives.
That is a really good idea. I'm disappointed I didn't think of that. Like every series of Doctor Who, which I
Yeah.
don't actually watch anymore, but every series of the modern run, I think they have one episode that's
From
about an ordinary person and how the Doctor has affected their life.
if we could do
And
it,
if it was just some like punk on Tatooine,
yeah,
and they were
and
like,
how he saw
"Hey, have you
Obi-Wan.
heard? A Jedi lives out there."
Yeah.
No, man, all the Jedi are dead, Holmes. I don't know why that person lives there, but yeah,
Like, where are you from again?
yeah,
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool, and just seeing his life, but from other people's perspectives, it still keeps the mystery element of it,
hmm
but just kind of reaffirming that he was a BA. Like,
yeah. Have it set over the full 19 years or whatever it is.
you could have
Yeah,
multiple stories
yeah,
of just different people, like, oh, this is how I saw him. This is, or just like different kind of, this is how he saved my life. You know, you could
yeah,
end each scene,
yeah.
not scene, but each segment with him being like, with the narrator being a different person, being like, and that's how he saved my life. Then you move on to the next guy.
Next story. Yeah, and like a lot of people just think he's just some crazy loner who lives out in a cave or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
All right, I'm fully on board for that.
Go on, your point.
Okay, so this is my next idea. This is the one I'm going to have the hardest time convincing you of.
Oh my god, I feel nervous.
Are you ready? It's called The Last Gungan. All right?
I've just left the room.
Okay.
Go on.
Right. So you know how there are cool humans and there are annoying, whiny, horrible humans.
Okay.
So everyone hates Jar Jar Binks, apart from, morons, moronic children. And, he is basically a minion, so anyone who likes the minions likes Jar Jar Binks. But does that not mean there are also cool, badass, awesome Gungans? So imagine they all die out apart from one scarred, like deep, gravelly voiced, awesome, gun wielding. I'm not getting any.
No.
No, you don't.
No.
And
There
it's
are
like
rules.
it's like a cool revenge story
No.
about how
it could bloody be Shawshank Redemption. No.
it could be the cool. You mean
It
it
could be the
like
best film.
Oscar quality?
But if you put a Gungan in it, no.
So you
Just-
don't think that they should have a chance to redeem themselves?
I tell you what, I do want to see the Gungans again in a Star Wars film. Don't get me wrong, but decapitated and all burnt to death.
You just want a pile of dead.
I want them
Gungans.
to start episode 7 with like, oh, it's a shame all the Gungans are dead. Here's a picture of them dying.
Here's a montage of them dying in funny ways.
Yeah, for half an hour. You're like, oh, thank God. Yeah, great.
Right.
Maybe not half
But
an hour.
in my story, they're all dead anyway, and there's just this one left, and it's an awesome revenge story of how
We
he
get to see a
kills-
lot of them die. So I might watch that.
Yeah, sure. The opening scene
Just
can be them being massacred,
yeah,
and then this cool guy who's only got one arm and like
Brilliant.
a bunch of scars crawls out.
and has
you
a
know, He's
lightsaber.
getting my revenge.
Not Jar
Shouldn't
Jar.
have said that.
I'm fairly sure they don't all talk like that. Like some of them are actually like
Some of them have the voice of
a
I don't
person.
know,
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood.
I suppose. Yeah. This no,
You're not on board with this.
not even a little.
Okay, what
You
if
know,
you,
no, I
you
said
know
about
how,
if they all got killed. No, I disagree with that as well.
you know how Marvel do like one shots? It's like a little 10-minute
No.
short. You wouldn't even watch that.
If there
If it was a DVD
there
extra,
was 1 second of a Gungan, and
Right.
it just happened to be at the end of the credit, there's just like a little flash. I'm like, this is the worst film ever.
you, sir, are a racist to Gungans.
Oh, yeah, totally. I am. Yes.
I just think it would be good to give them a chance to redeem themselves
No.
and to have
It's
a
impossible.
cool character.
We need to forget. We need to move on. You know.
We don't need to forget it. These films happened.
We need to move on.
All these films happened, and there's nothing you can do about it.
We need to move on.
Or is there?
All right.
Right.
I'm moving on
Okay.
with my idea.
Okay. Please do.
All right. Jabba the Hutt.
Right.
now it seems really ridiculous
Okay.
after the Gungan idea. Now it's just like, oh, this is all ridiculous ideas. Let's just have a go at anything.
What you
But I was like seriously
you
thinking
chose
about
this
this.
thinking, oh, this will be the strange outside choice.
Yeah,
Then you heard about my lone eye patch wearing Gungan.
Gungan. Yeah. No, now I'm a bit
Okay.
annoyed, but
So,
the idea, if like going back to Doctor Who,
right.
there is a character called the Face of Bo. You
Yeah.
may have heard of
A
this.
big old head in a
Big
tank.
old head in a tank. And if you ever watched the spin-off show Torchwood,
Yeah.
they allude to the fact it might have been in Doctor Who that they allude
Yeah.
to it, but
But they straight up say it.
yeah,
Yeah.
that the face of Bo is the very handsome
Captain Jack.
Captain Jack. That
Sparrow?
not Sparrow, no, but
Oh.
that he because he can't die, he has lived forever, and then somehow he's
Just
become this
turned
massive.
into a big old face.
Yeah, like they haven't explained how, but they don't explain a lot in Doctor Who, to be fair. Anyway, so Jabba the Hutt, we see him. We've already seen him in the originals,
Mhm.
and we've seen what he's like. I've noticed something happening between these two lists. Actually, I'm suggesting that the originals, like following on their story a bit more,
Mm.
and then you're suggesting the other films.
The other film, the prequels.
Anyway,
All right.
but having Jabba the Hutt, and kind of my idea is a much younger Jabba the Hutt, looking like a normal person, like
like two
real
arms,
handsome.
2 legs,
2 arms, 2 legs, really handsome.
like a Chris Pine type.
Chris Pine would be perfect for this,
Chris Pine is
but
Jabba
like,
the Hutt.
but he, has a big problem, possibly sex addiction or what did I say earlier? Oh, this is a kids' film, but that
Go
no,
watch
he
a film about a man who's a sex addict who
Yeah.
turns into a space
that
slug.
he, a kind of a film about the 7 deadly sins and how he is. Stop laughing.
Is it in black and white and silent and all filmed on 75mm?
No,
Is it?
but, okay,
It's one
maybe that's a bit
continuous
too
take.
heavy.
It's
It's like Birdman, yeah. No, I'm just saying, like,
uh,
it's that he suffers from each of them, that he has lust in his life, and that's the obvious first one, and then we can see already where his later one of gluttony is going to affect him.
yeah. Oh,
And
that's the obvious
And then
one.
showing the kind of road to him, doing each sin and being this really bad person, but kind of, if you can throw in some kind of heartful, like, he's doing all this because he was, like, abused as a child. Okay, it sounded great in my head. It sounds a lot.
Right.
Sounds a lot worse now. Now I've said it out
So you
loud.
want like a nice emotional film, like a
I
serious
want
drama.
to have sympathy, like he is a tortured soul who has sex slaves like Leia. I'm saying this with a straight face, everyone.
I cannot believe. I'm so glad you're selling this because people are gonna people aren't gonna be talking about The Last Gungan after this. People are gonna be talking about your drama
Oh,
about
dear.
Chris Pine as like a handsome sex addict version of Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
Oh man, we need to make posters for all of these for your consideration.
Yeah. It does sound like I thought it was good, and now
Oh my
I don't
god.
feel as good about it.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have laughed. I know
You
you put
did
a lot
more
of
than laugh.
thought into this. Right. That, well, it's an outside choice.
Yep.
Okay. Are you done? I feel like you've still got more laughs in you. I feel like there are more.
You know what? I'm
details.
gonna say I'm done.
No, oh please, if there's more, I want to hear more.
No, that's the end of it.
No?
That's the end. Go on, your next point.
All right. Okay. So now, my favourite of my choices. Okay, sorry, I gotta get. I gotta calm down. Right. My
Oh yeah,
fav-
the name of mine was Jabba the Slap.
Just ruined it there. Okay. So, but my idea. Young Qui-Gon Jinn and Mace Windu.
Okay.
Right?
Mace Windu's well, he was cool mainly because he was Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah. Mace
I do
Windu
I do
wasn't
think
cool.
that
He was a bad Jedi.
he was terrible.
Yeah.
In fact, they made all the Jedi's look like complete idiots.
Yeah.
It's like, how did none of them know that it was anyway? Anyway, go on.
Yeah, that's another video.
That's another video.
But yeah, so young Qui-Gon, young Mace Windu get two like good young actors to be young Liam Neeson and young Samuel L.
Yeah.
And just sort of the story, have it sort of as like, like a buddy cop kind of film.
You get Michael B. Jordan and Miles Teller.
That, oh my God, I was just about to say that.
Oh.
Um,
What, Miles Teller as well?
yeah,
Oh,
I
no
had
way.
those two in mind. I mean, I don't want either of them.
Oh.
Maybe Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Maybe Miles Teller. But yeah, and just like the story of them, how it kept like started as recruits or
Jedis.
whatever it is, Padawans. That's the word I'm
Yeah.
looking for, I think.
And like they fight together.
Yeah, and they're like best buddies, and it's sort of about their adventures, and it would be a different dynamic to the Anakin Obi-Wan because it's not one's the master, one's the apprentice or whatever. They're both on the same level, and they have like friendly competition, and yeah, it's about how they got on the Jedi Council.
That's quite interesting.
Right.
However,
Right. This criticism from the man who gave us Jabba the Slut. Right.
yeah, I couldn't care less about Mace Windu.
Wow.
Like,
I can see that you tried to say that in a nice way.
Yeah.
But
and especially Qui-Gon Jinn. Like, are you mad?
no.
I'm glad he's
Qui-Gon
dead.
Jinn.
Like, he was pointless. They had Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson. I've seen Taken, all right? I've seen it.
Oh, I'm glad. Did you like it?
Just first Taken. Let's not get any further.
Right.
But he can be a complete badass.
Mhm.
And he was just like, That's all he did.
No, it isn't.
The whole time. The whole time. And, okay,
Saying he is useless
yeah.
is just like saying Obi-Wan is useless in Episode 4. It's
Isn't
only because the film is a lot better than Episode 1 that you're saying that.
No. Because he was useless. And he was very stupid in everything he did.
Maybe.
So you have a...
So you factor that in. You have these two dumb guys. And they're just so good at
They
Jediing.
explain why they're so dumb. Yeah.
Right.
And they're just like the luckiest Jedis alive. They're just constant like bullets. Like they never actually hit any of the bullets with with their lightsabers. They've always just the lasers have gone straight past their heads.
Yeah. Maybe.
I'm just like you've picked two characters who we're all happy that they're dead. We're all happy that they're gone. And Mace Windu
all of my choices have been
yeah.
prequel choices of characters who I think could have given more. There is good stuff in the prequels, as much as some people deny it. There are good things in there. There are unexplored characters like Qui-Gon Jinn, like Mace Windu, like General Grievous, like an eye patch wearing Gungan, Snake Plissken, the Gungan, played by Kurt Russell.
Played by
I should have thought of that. Right.
No.
It beats Chris Pine. Anyway. Right.
Just
no.
This is the reason why I've got my next.
Okay.
It's
Let's
not
hear
even
it.
a suggestion. It's more of a solution.
Okay. Okay.
Now you got to take a bit of bad to get so much good out of it, and a bit of bad is introducing a new element to the Star Wars world. I know people don't like that. They like this sci-fi fantasy element to it, but bear with me.
Okay.
Introducing time travel. Yeah? Stay with me. For the sole purpose, the kind of idea to explore, what if you could go back in time and kill Hitler? Yeah? So what if you could go back in time, stay with me.
Okay, I'm preparing my rebuttal as you speak.
If you could go back in time and stop Anakin from ever being, then you would stop, the Empire from forming. And
Are
such like
you
that.
comparing the prequels to Hitler?
I am. I really am. And
Okay.
and to have it so that
Okay. As
either-
a Jewish man, I take issue with that. Okay.
yeah, but in a way, like in the X-Men series, I don't know why you're laughing.
I'm still thinking about Jabba the Hutt. Right.
So in a way that it only deletes the bad ones, so you kind of reset the timeline, kind of that they go back in time and they kill young Anakin and then kill Jar Jar Binks because they're like and then stab him.
He jumps
To
out
death.
like, "Hi! Oh my god!
Oh, God, what the hell are you?
Oh, he was probably a bad guy this whole time." Then Snake Plissken walks out, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Who's this guy?
Yeah.
We should have been with this guy
Snake
the whole time."
Plissken. But
Snake Plissken the gun.
they pretty much just kill a bunch of people and then end up not really changing anything except for the prequels. And they're like, oh my God, nothing really changed except for the originals are still the same.
So without the prequels, how did Darth Vader happen?
Yeah, I haven't really thought that far.
Yeah, good. I'm glad. He's just a
But
robot.
well,
Oh,
how about this? It's just a prequel from between episode 3 and 4. Yeah. So they make the time machine then and go back in time. Never mention that there's the concept of time travel in 4, 5, and 6. And that. Stay with me.
I think that you are just wanting to get rid of the You are just
Yeah, I was trying to
wanting
think.
Days of Future Past
Yeah.
prequels.
Yeah.
Not thinking about it on the larger scale.
No, I've got an idea. You go back in time to the first one, kill him, kill Anakin, but then actually find out that wasn't the real Anakin, and that never all of that didn't actually happen. And then it's just a new Anakin, who's a much better actor,
Okay.
like Chris Pine.
Like Chris Pine as Jabba the Slut.
Yeah.
Why don't we just, the best idea, combine all of these films into like one super
One
film?
mega film.
Yeah.
So you just got Obi-Wan in the distance the whole time.
Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, they stumble across Jabba the Slut,
Yeah.
who is best friends with young General Grievous.
Yeah.
And
Who meets up with a time traveling Luke Skywalker,
yeah,
who's gone back in time to try to stop all of this from happening.
and the Han Solo-esque Snake Plissken Gungan
Yeah.
is there to,
Guide them.
yeah, sure,
And the Yoda's there. Why not?
just hanging out.
Yeah.
Make money we must.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm almost afraid to ask this, but what do you guys think was the best suggestion?
Oh dear.
I won't be surprised if you say none of them.
Yeah.
But
We took this dead seriously at the start. And a lot of my ideas I was taking real serious.
if you go back to the beginning of this video,
Yeah.
we
our
actually
first
think our
suggestion.
ideas are good. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
Anyway, what spin-offs would you guys like to see? Share any thoughts you have in the comments. Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.
Bye.